What is up, guys? We have game 6 between the Pacers and the Knicks. The Pacers are up 3-2, trying to close out this series on their home floor. I'm actually recording this video on Friday morning. I'm getting it posted on Friday afternoon as well. I wanted to get these plays out early to you guys because I am leaving on vacation on Sunday morning, and so I probably won't have time tomorrow to make a video for you all. But if the lines do shift a little bit on Saturday, if you watch this video closer to tip-off, I apologize. That's just the way things go, but you won't see a video from me for probably about 10 days or so that's why it's really important for you to join the Discord server. The Discord is free to join. The link is in the description below. Even though I'll be on vacation, I'll still be posting plays in there. I'll do long articles. I mean, we have the NBA Finals, so obviously I'm going to have bets going on. And WNBA is in full swing as well. Once I get back from my vacation, all of my videos will be WNBA pretty much every single day throughout the summer. And then, as always, just a reminder, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. I really appreciate the support, and it definitely helps us grow as a community. So we'll head over to Outlier and take a look at the plays today. There are no major impacts on the injury report. Tony Bradley is a game-time decision. He left the game early in Game 5. Honestly, he plays, 8 to 10 minutes, so he really has no impact in the rotation. If he gets ruled out, maybe Thomas Bryant gets a couple extra minutes, but it really doesn't affect anything when it comes to my bets. So my first bet I want to talk about tonight is the guy we've been on pretty much the entire postseason and definitely this entire series. Josh Hart, over 22.5 PRA. He played 34 minutes off of the bench last game, 36 minutes off the bench the game before, and 34 minutes before that. In games where he plays 34 plus minutes this season, he averages 30.1, 30 PRA, and has gone over this number 63 out of 71 times overall, and also 34 out of 38 away games this season. So very strong prop with Josh Hart. Even though he's coming off the bench with Mitchell Robinson starting in his place, he's still playing big minutes, and that's all we can ask for when it comes to the PRA. Now, this isn't a fun sweat, I'll be honest with you. Last game, he waited until the very last 2 or 3 minutes or so to tick on the over. He only had 11 PRA in the first half, but he's been very consistent this season, and if he does get a couple extra points here and there, it definitely helps him out. A second play I also have for Josh Hart is over 0.5 on the first quarter assists. This is really only on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and it's actually on Hard Rock too. Basically, he's gone over this number in 74 out of 94 games this season, and 34 out of 45 on the road. He actually only played, I think, 4 minutes in the first quarter last game. 4 or 5 minutes? Yeah, 4 minutes. He didn't get in till late. The TV timeout came late, and that's when he came into the game. But he still ended up getting an assist on a wide-open dunk by Mitchell Robinson. So a really solid prop for us, and we've also been on this the entire postseason. Next play, Karl Anthony Towns, Mr. Zesty himself, over 35.5 PRA. He's playing lights out right now, even with a nagging injury. I know he's not on the injury report, but there were times in Game 5 when he was laboring a bit, but he's playing great. Looking at the head-to-head over the last 2 seasons, he's actually gone over this number in 8 out of the last 9 head-to-heads against the Pacers. And then on the full season, he's gone over this number in 34 out of 47 road games for a 72% cash rate. We're going to go with the zesty pick here. The next play, Benedict Mathurin, over 10.5 points and assists. His minutes are starting to tick back up. Let me turn off my filter here so I can show you guys what it's looked like the last few games. So if you look at his minutes here, he had 21 minutes in Game 1, went down, fell out of the rotation a bit, 10, 8, and 12.5, and then he had 25 minutes last game where he scored 23 real points in those 25 minutes. So it looks like he's getting back into the rotation. He's gone, if I filter for games where he's playing 20-plus minutes, I think the filter was. Yeah, 20-plus minutes, because I was very conservative with my prediction here. So games with 20-plus minutes this season, he's gone over 62 out of 74 games. And then if I go to home games, it goes to 31 out of 36 games for an 86% hit rate. As long as he's on the floor for 20 minutes or so, he should be going over on this points and assists number. You could just go 9.5 points, but I do like the extra insurance of the 10.5 assists because it's really only one more, and he does have 2 to 3 and maybe even 4 assist upside in a game, especially if he's going to be getting those minutes. Next play is another role player off the bench. He's only playing about 10 to 15 minutes per game right now, but it's Landry Shamet, over 3.5 points and assists. We're not asking for much here, but he's playing about 10 to 15 minutes per game right now, so I'm filtering for games where he's playing between 10 to 20 minutes this season. So when I do that filter, it comes out to be an 82% hit rate, going over 23 out of 28 games. And then if we filter for that for away games, it goes to 12 out of 14 games going over as well. We don't need much. We need 4 points, 3 points and assists, 2 points, 2 assists, but limited sample size, not a lot of minutes, but I do think he probably will go over on this bet, considering he has every single game this series that he actually played. Because he hasn't played every game this year, but he only played 2 in this series. He went over twice this series, then once earlier in the season against the Pacers. And then my final play is a first half prop. You guys know I love my first half point unders. We're going with Jalen Brunson. He's gone under this number in 28 out of 39 away games this season, and actually 7 out of the 9 away games during this playoff run. I know it's scary. Brunson, he is the guy for the Knicks. He's pretty much the one who's going to carry them if they do end up pulling off the upset in these next 2 games. But I'm going to ride the full season trend and what's been going on with the playoffs. He hasn't scored a lot in the first half, mainly on the road games. On his home games, he's been pretty good, but on the road games, this 14.5 number is pretty high for pretty much anybody. But hopefully you guys got some good insights from these plays. I'll do a quick rundown just to recap them so far. We got Josh Hart over 0.5 first quarter assists. Josh Hart over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jalen Brunson under 14.5 first half points. That's really only PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy. Benedict Mathurin over 10.5 PRA. Landry Shamet over 3.5 points and assists. And Karl Anthony Towns over 35.5 PRA. Like I mentioned before, remember to join the Discord server. I'm about to be going on vacation for a bit, so you want to see all my plays in there. That's the place to be, and it's a totally free place too, open community. Go in there, drop your plays, ask your questions, just make it what you want it to be. And then last but not least, appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Best of luck on your bets tonight, everybody.